paper number 62. Now in this clerk prelim paper number 62, question numbers 1 onwards. Now 1 to 5, these 5 are based on boxes. Now boxes along with a parameter, in general we keep this one as the second priority, but whereas here, as there are only 5 boxes were given, hence let us keep this one as the first priority. Okay, and there are 2 boxes between H and the one which contains bottle. Now H and bottle, how many boxes are there? There are exactly 2 boxes. Or if H is below this one and there are 2 boxes between H and bottle, now this is the bottle box. And 2 between H and bottle, D does not contain bottle and a pen. Now this D, bottle and pen is ruled out. D cannot be bottle and pen. The one which contains mobile is placed immediately above H. Immediately above H, mobile. Now in this case, all the 5 are completed. Now immediately above this H, mobile is here, isn't it? Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here at this. D does not, and E does not contain mobile. E is not mobile. Now E cannot be at this place. Now E cannot be at this place. E is not mobile. Number of boxes above G is same as below pen. Above G and pen, the number of boxes must be same. And only one box between D and the box contain mobile. Now between D and mobile there must be exactly 1. And here again, D and the box that contains mobile 1, D cannot be at this place because D is not mobile and bottle. Hence D must be here. Now this D contains what? And D, only one box between D and the box which contains mobile. Clear now? Now here also 5 boxes were completed. And either H or G contains bag. Now which contains bag here? Either H or G contains bag. And not more than one box is between bag and mobile. Between bag and mobile, not more than 1. Maybe 1 or lesser than 1. Isn't it? Now this is what the information given. Now let us check out with this H, G and pen. Now we cannot have, can we have G at this place or not G? Now if G is here, pen must be here, which is not possible. Hence G cannot be at this place. Then can we have G at this place? G at the bottom? No. If G is here, pen and mobile must be in the same place, not possible. Hence G must be here. And if G is here, pen is here. Number of boxes above this G. And H or G contains bag, and H contains pen, hence G contains bag. Then E cannot be at this place, E is here. Now if E is here, then what is left over here? D, E, F must be at this place, isn't it? Then in this case, D is neither bottle nor pen. And at the same time, H and G, last condition. Now not more than one box is placed between bag and mobile. Now here bag and mobile, there is exactly one box, isn't it? Bag and mobile, how many boxes are there? 2 boxes. But it's here not more than 1, this case is completely ruled out. Are you getting this one or not? Then we have left with only the second case. And in this second case, now between G and pen, now we cannot have, and can we have G at this place? Now if G is here and D must be pen, which is not. Okay, D does not contain pen. Hence, we cannot have G at this place. As we cannot have G at this place, then what is the next possibility we have? Now G is here. Now G is here and this must be pen, isn't it? As this is G and pen, H or G contains bag, H contains pen, hence G contains bag. And if G contains bag, then now this D contains chair. And D, E does not contain mobile, hence E must contain bottle. Then F will be here. Not more than one box is placed between bag and mobile. Now bag and mobile, they are adjacent to each other. Here this is the final arrangement we have. Question numbers 1 to 5. Note on this arrangement. The next one 6 to 8. These 3 questions are based on blood relations. Now blood relations should be the first priority in your examination. Only 3 questions given under this one. Now here, how many persons are there? There are some 8 persons. And belong to family of 3 generations with 3 married couples. Out of these 8 persons, there are 3 married couples, which implies that 3 into 2, 6 persons got married and 2 are unmarried. And who are those 2 who are unmarried? U is one and D is the other. Now D and U, these are the 2 persons who are unmarried, all the remaining persons are married. Then next one, D is unmarried. T is the mother-in-law of M. T is the mother-in-law of M, that is M's spouse's mother is T. T is the mother-in-law of M. And next one, and M who is the daughter of G. Now this M is the daughter of whom? M is the daughter of G and G is somewhere here. M is the daughter of G. And next one, R is the spouse of T. R and T are married couple, R is here. And G has only 2 children. As G is having 2 children, one person is this one and we have one more person, isn't it? And G is having only 2 children. And U is the niece of D. As U is the niece of D, U is here, niece of D, D must be here. D and U are unmarried. And D who is the brother of M. Now this D is the brother of M and H is the father-in-law of S. S is here, S's wife's father is H. H is the father-in-law and H is a male, G is a male. G is a female. Then how is G related to D? Now G related to D, D's mother is G, choice for question number 6. And 6th one, it is mother. Then 7, how is S related to D? Now S is a male, D is sister's husband. Sister's husband, that is brother-in-law, choice 3, question number 7. And 8th one, how is R related to U? And U's father's father. Father's father is grandfather, that is choice 2, question number 8. Then the next one, 9 onward. Now in this question number 9, it is based on a sequence. Now how many questions were given under this one? There are some 3 questions and 9 to 11. Then how many elements are there? He is talking about element rather than a letter, number or a symbol, and which are immediately followed by a symbol and immediately preceded by letter. Hence letter and symbol must be in the alternate places. Now this element can be either a letter or a number or a symbol. What is alternate places? Letter and a symbol. Letter and a symbol. Now this is one such element. 2 is an element preceded by letter B and followed by symbol percentage, isn't it? Then at the same time, now we need to have letter and a symbol in the alternate places. Are you getting this one or not? And again, R and power, letter and symbol, H and dollar, and next one Q and star, and next one D and sigma. And so many are there? More than 5, that is choice 5, question number 9. Then 10th one, 4 out of the following means odd one out. N, C at the rate of. N and C, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 4. And C and at the rate of plus 1, plus 4 plus 1. And dollar P star. Dollar and P, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 4. And P and star, this is plus 1, 4 and 1. And power H and U. Now power H and U, power and H, 1, 2, 3 plus 3. And H and U plus 1. Here 4 and 4, here 3, and so this is the odd one. Choice 3, question number 10. Then 11th one, which of the following is 7th to the right of 13th from the left? 7th right, 13th left. Left and right means two opposite directions. Then we need to add these two. Now 20 from the left hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Original answer Z, that is choice 4, question number 11. Then the next one, 12 onwards. Now it is based on 7 persons born in different years. Now that, and at the same time, the base year was not given, hence there is no necessity for you to find out the ages of these persons, isn't it? No need to find out the ages of these persons. Now here, write down the years: 1985, 87, 92, and 95, 99, 2003 and 2008. And so many persons are there? 7 persons born in these 7 different years. Just we need to find out who was born in which year. Then coming to condition number 1. Now in the first one, and only two persons are in between R and Q. And in between R and Q, how many persons are there? Exactly two persons in between these two. And R was born in a leap year. R was born in a leap year. R can be either in the month of, either in the year 92 or 2008. And these are the only two leap years we have, isn't it? Now if R was R and Q, and the age difference between T and S is 12 years. T and S, the difference of age is how much? 12 years. As T and S is 12 years, then what is the only possibility? 87 plus 12 is 99. And there is only one possibility here. Now if T and S, now 87, if T is 87 and S will be here, or if S is here, T will be here. Are you following this one or not? And so many possibilities we have? Two possibilities for T and S. Neither T nor S was born immediate to O. Immediate to O, none of these two persons, and so must be at the last. If O is at the last, R cannot be in 2008. Hence, R must be in the year 1992. R is here, is again R. Now, between R and Q, there must be exactly two people, and Q is at this place. Now, Q is here. And more than two persons between S and N. S and N, if N is here, more than two persons, there are three persons. Then who is the person left over here? And P is the person left. Now here if you had written N at this place, there is no person here. N is, there is only one person. But it is according to the statement more than two, that is invalid in this case, hence this is a valid arrangement. Now this is about question numbers 12 to 16. The next one, 17th one. Now in this 17, how many such pairs of letters are there? What is the word we have? CAM, PA, IGN. Now in this word combine, now starting with C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. M, N, O, P, Q, R. P, Q, R, S, T. A, B, C, D. I, J, K, G, H. Left to right, not even a single pair. And again in the reverse, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U. G, H, I, J, K, L, M. I, J, K, L, M, N. A, B, C, D, E. P, Q, R, S, M, N. Not even a single pair we can able to find out. Choice for question number 17. The next one, 18th one. Now in this 18 and 19, two questions given under this. Put it in equalities, H and P. Now between H and P, what is the letter that is common? As which element is common between these two? T is common. H lesser than T, and between P and T and P. And P and T, P greater than T means T lesser than P. Hence, H lesser than P, definitely T. Then coming to the second, D and P. Now D is here. Now which element is common? T is common. Now T lesser than or equals to D. T lesser than or equals to D. And at the same time B. T greater than or equals to B means B lesser than or equals to T. Hence B lesser than or equals to D. Hence D greater than or equals to P. Hence both 1 and 2. Choice 1, question number 18. Clear? Then 19th one. Now in this question number 19, D and N. N is here, D is here. Which element is common? U is common. N to U, two opposite symbols. As two opposite symbols, no relation can be drawn. And next one, T and H. Now T is here, H is here. Which element is common? U is common. Then U greater than or equals to T. And next one, and U and H, U lesser than or equals to H means H greater than or equals to U. H greater than or equals to T, T lesser than or equals to H, only two. Choice for question number 19. The next one, 20 to 24. Now in this 20 to 24, there are some 8 persons seated in two different rows, isn't it? And this is row 1 and this is the other row. Now 8 persons were there. Row 1, all of them are facing towards north. A, 2D are the persons. And in row 2, P, Q, R, S, and are the persons who are facing towards south, isn't it? Then C sits second to the right of D. As C is seated second to the right of D, how many possibilities we have? And C sits second to the right of D. If D is here and C will be here, that is the first possibility. And in the second possibility, and C sits second to the right of D, C and D will be like this. Then one of the immediate neighbors of C faces Q. one of the immediate neighbors of C faces Q, Q can be at any one of these two places. And in the second possibility, Q must be here. And B does not face Q, B cannot be opposite to Q, and only one person between Q and P, P is here. Now here in this case, if Q is here, P will be here, or if Q is here, P will be here. And one person between P and Q. And next one, S is to the immediate left of the one who faces A. Now S is to the immediate left of the one who faces A and S cannot be at the ends of the row. Hence A cannot be here, A must be here. S is one of the immediate neighbors of the one who faces A. And next one, A cannot be at this place, hence where should this say? A must be here. If A is opposite to A, immediate neighbor is S, isn't it? Then PQ and immediate neighbor is S, R must be here. Now here also R must be at this place, isn't it? Then now S sits to the immediate left of the one who faces A. S sits to the immediate left of the one. Neither A nor S sits at any one of the extreme ends of the line, hence this case is completely ruled out because S is at one of the extreme ends of the line. Are you following this one or not? Then now we have left with only the first one. Now B is the person left over, and now S sits only one person between Q and P. Now Q is not facing B, hence Q cannot be here. Who must be at this place? P is here. P is here, then Q must be at this place. Done? Now this is about question numbers 22, 24. Then the next one, 25 onwards. Here's question number 25. Then next one. Now let us start with this PO prelim. Now in this PO prelim, question numbers, now we have done the first 24 in this one. Now our main objective is to score minimum 20 marks in a section. Then you need to move on to the next section. Then you need to ensure 20 questions. Then again you need to come back to the other section. Okay. Then now in this PO prelim. Now question numbers 1 onwards. Now it is based on a certain number of people purchase different items in a shop one after the other. Okay, there is only one person between Y and U. Now between Y and U, how many persons are there? There is exactly one person. If Y is here, U will be here, or if U is here and Y will be here. Whether U is above, before this Y or after this Y. And Y is the third person purchased after Z. And Y is the third person purchased after Z. And between Y and Z, there must be exactly 2. And Y is the third person after Z, and U and Z must be adjacent to each other. And X purchased immediately before U. Now X is immediately before, in this case it is not possible. And X is immediately before U, and here X must be at this place. Are you following this one or not? And there are two persons between X and T. As there are two persons between X and T, now T can be before this one or T can be after. There are two in between X and T. Now T can be here, that is one possibility. And at the next case Z, there are two here, and Y, X, U, there are two persons between X and T, 1, 2, and T can be at this place, after this X. T can be after this X or below this X. And only 5 people purchased before you. Before you, how many persons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And isn't it? And 2 people between U and Q. Now 2 people between U and Q, in this case Q must be here. Now 2 people between U and Q, we can have Q at this place or Q can be after this T. Isn't it? There are 2 different possibilities again. And P purchased on the second. Now P purchased on the second, here T is at the second, this is ruled out. Hence P purchases second here, now P must be at this place. P purchases second. Then number of people between X and Q, same as U and R. X and Q, same as U and R. Now in this case between X and Q, there is exactly one person. Hence in between U and R, we need to have exactly one person. Hence R can be in the place of Y or R can be in the place of T. Is it possible? No. Which implies that X and Q, one person is ruled out. Are you following this one or not? If X and Q, one person is ruled out, then Q must be at this place. And if Q is here, how many persons in between X and Q? there are 3 persons. Hence, in between U and R, we need to have exactly 3 persons. 1, 2, 3, and R must be after this Q. R is after this Q. Then W purchased immediately after P, and so W is at the third place. Number of persons before W2, same number of persons after T as well, isn't it? Now this is the final arrangement we have, and 6 plus 4. How many persons purchased here? There are 10 persons purchased in the shop. Now this is about question numbers 1 to 4. The next one. And question number 5. Now it is just based on coding and decoding. Now definitely under the first priority because single items. And count is written as EMSLV. Then C and E difference is so much plus 2. O and M minus 2. And U and S minus 2. N and L minus 2. T and V plus 2. First and the last letters plus 2. The remaining letters minus 2. And in the same way, what will be the code to the word value? First and the last plus 2. V plus 2x. E plus 2z. The remaining minus 2. A minus 2y. L minus 2j. U minus 2s. X, Y, J, S, G. X, Y, J, S, G. Choice by question number 5. Then sixth one. Now in this question number 6, stability. Now what is the word we have? Stability. S-T-A-B-I-L-I-T-Y. Now in this word stability, each constant is changed to the next letter, and each of the constants is changed to the next letter in English alphabetical series. And the alphabets are arranged in right to left. Then how many letters between the letters which are second and the fifth from right end? Okay. Now first all these letters for each constant next letter, and S, T, T, U, and A will be remained as it is, and B, C, I, L, M, I, T, U, Y, J. Then all the letters are arranged in alphabetical order from right to left. Alphabetical order from right to left. This is A, next one is C, and next one is I, isn't it? Next one is M, next to M. What is the next letter we have? And T. And how many T's are there? There is only one T. There are two U's and Z. Then how many letters are there which are second and the fifth from the right? And second is C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, M. Now between C and M, in the English alphabet, how many letters we have? 9. C value 3, M value 13, 13 minus 3, 10, minus 1, because in between is talking about, hence 9 letters. Difference is 10, in between is 9. Hence choice for question number 6. Then 7 onward. Now in this question number 7 onward, there are some 7 members goes to buy 7 chocolates. On 7 different days starting from Monday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. 7 persons on these 7 different days. Clear? Then coming to condition number 1. 7 persons on these 7 different days, and only 3 persons between F and the one who buys Perk. F and the one who buys Perk, how many people are there? There must be exactly 3 people. And C buys immediately before F. Now this C is immediately before this F. The one who buys Perk and is not buying either at the first or the last. And Perk cannot be at the beginning or cannot be at the last, isn't it? And Perk cannot be on Monday and cannot be on Sunday. The one who buys Perk cannot be on these 2 places. The next one, and the one who buys sneakers bought on Sunday. Now sneakers bought on Sunday, now sneakers is here. Now sneakers is here, then between F and Perk there must be exactly 1 person, isn't it? Now F and Perk there is exactly 1 person, then can we have F and Perk 1 person? And only 2 persons between is only 2 persons between C and the one who buys 5 star. Now between C and 5 star there must be exactly 2 people, and C is here, and there are exactly 2 people between C and 5 star. and C and F are exactly in between. Perk cannot be at this place. Can we have Perk at this place? Let us start from the beginning. Now if Perk is here, then there are three persons between C and F. One, Perk and F. F will be here. If F is here, C will be. Done with this? Hence, Perk and C were here. Then between F and 5 star, how many persons are there? There is exactly one person, and the one who bought 5 star must be on Thursday. And only two persons between C and the one who buys 5 star. Now C and the one who buys 5 star, there is exactly. B buys dairy milk, but not immediate before the one, but not before to the one 5 star. Hence D, what about this one? B bought dairy milk. Now B bought dairy milk and is after the one 5 star. And D does not buy Kit Kat. D does not buy Kit Kat, and D, Kit Kat is ruled out. D is not Kit Kat. The next one, A buys immediately after the one who buys Milky Bar. A is immediately after, G buys immediately before E. Now G is immediately before E, and A buys immediately after the one Milky Bar. Now if it is Milky Bar is here, A will be here. Milky Bar, A. There are two different possibilities. Neither A nor C buys by star, and A cannot be at this place. As A cannot be here, and A is here. Now if A is here, the one who buys Milky Bar is here. Now if Milky Bar is here, now D buys, and whatever this one, D does not buy Kit Kat. Then G and E are adjacent to each other, and this is G and this is E. Now the person after each D will be done. And A buys after the one who buys Milky Bar, G buys before E. Neither A nor C stars, A and C 5 star is ruled out. Then A buys after the one who buys Munch. Now this is Munch, and what is left over here? Kit Kat. Now A buys Kit Kat. And this is about question number 7 to 10. 7 persons bought 7 different chocolates on 7 different days. Then 11 to 13. Now in this 11 to 13, it is based on data sufficiency. And data sufficiency in general, we need to shift this one to the second priority. Okay. And 11 to 13, the second priority. Then next coming to 14 to 17. Now in this 14 to 17, 11 boxes are there. Number of boxes are clearly given. As a number of boxes were given, then we can start with the beginning. Okay. 11 boxes are arranged one above the another. Number of boxes placed above T is same as below L. T and L number is same. And 3 boxes between M and P. And between M and P, how many boxes are there? There must be exactly 3 boxes. P which is immediate to V. And P and V are adjacent to each other. P is immediate to V. G is placed in one of the positions above W. G is one of the positions above W, and number of boxes between R and V, 1 lesser than R and H. R and V is 1 lesser than R and H. Are you following this one or not? Now why are we representing this entire information? Because as of now different information is not given, and we cannot read the information for n number of times. Hence we need to read the information only once. Accordingly, we need to represent the data. The next one, number of R and H. And R is placed exactly between. Number of boxes between R and V is 1 lesser than R and H. H which is placed below R. Now this H is placed below what? H is placed below R. And R is placed exactly between L and T. Now this R is placed exactly between L and T. Isn't it? R is exactly, only 3 boxes are above to V. Now this is where we got a definite information. Now only 3 boxes above to V. That means now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now only 3 boxes above V. V must be at the 4th place. Now V is at the 4th place. P and V are adjacent to each other. And so P can be either at the 3rd place or P can be at the 5th place. How many possibilities? 2 different possibilities. Now we have done with this information. The next one, and R and V, M and P, there are exactly 3. M and P, how many are there? 3. 1, 2, 3, M must be here. Now in this case, M and P 1, 2, 3, M can be at the first place or M can be at the ninth place. There are two possibilities in this case, and in this case there is only one possibility. Then we need to keep concentrate on single possibility. And if it is invalid, then you need to take the two possibilities in this case. That's how we need to skip the possibilities in between. Then only three boxes above V, then P and V are adjacent to each other. M and P, there are exactly three boxes. We have done with this one. Then only three boxes, only two boxes between D and Z. Now D and Z, how many boxes are there? Only two. Z is placed at one of the positions below R. Now Z is below this R. Z is below this R. Two boxes are in between T and V. Now in between T and V, how many boxes are there? Two boxes. Hence T must be at the first place. Now T is at the first place. T and L must be at the last. Then R is exactly between L and T. Hence R must be at which place? And 6 from either top or the bottom. R is at this. Are you getting this one or not? And now we have done with this information as well. R and L. Now this H is below this one. R and V, R and H. R and V, R and H. R and V, there is only one box, and this one box is lesser than R and H. Hence in between R and H there must be exactly two boxes, and H is below this R. Then next one, and R and V and R and H. Now, and only two boxes between D and Z. In between D and Z, how many are there? There are exactly two. And two boxes between D and Z. Z is placed one of the positions below R. Z is one of the positions below R. Can we have Z at this place? 10th place? No. If Z is here, D must be at the 7th place. Not possible. Hence Z cannot be at the 10th place. Hence Z must be at the 8th place. If Z is here, two boxes between Z and D, D must be in the 5th. If D is here, finally G and W. G is above this W, G is at the 2nd place, W is at the 10th place. Then, now sir, we have read the information only once, and we have represented the data accordingly. And this is how you need to work out in your examination. Main concentration is to work out or to read the information only once. Then, this is about question numbers 14 to 17. Then 18 to 20. Now in this 18 to 20, how many boxes are there? Now there are 6 water tanks. Now these 6 water tanks are placed one above the other, isn't it? Now there are different quantities of water. Now it comes in which category? Comparison. 18 to 20 come under which category? Comparison, definitely under the first priority. Okay. Completed? Then, now in this one 18 to 20, then 6 tanks were there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now in this sense, and tank B has more quantity than E. B has more than E and lesser than C. And next one, D has less quantity of water than F. And D is lesser than F, but not A. D is not lesser than A. D is more than A. Then C has more quantity of water than only 2, and C must be at this place. And if C is here, B and E must have followed by this one, B and E will be like this. Now if B and E were like this, F, D and E were like this. Completed? Then this is about question numbers 18 to 20. Then next one. Next 21 to 24. Now in this 21 to 24, and it is based on and 8 persons appear in an examination in 2 different shifts, either 9 a.m. or 4 p.m. and they appear exam on different months of the same year, starting from March and ending on June, isn't it? March to June. And March, what are the different timings we have? Morning 9 a.m. or afternoon 4. And at the same time March, what are the different months we have? March to June. And April 9 o'clock and 4 p.m. Next in the month of June, June 9th and 4, this is May. March, April, May and June. Now this is May, 9 o'clock and 4, and June, 9 o'clock and 4 p.m. Now 8 students are writing attending for these examinations on these 8 different timings. Then coming to condition number 1. Now in this, only 2 persons exam on each month and only 2 persons appear in between H and E. Now between H and E, how many people are there? 2. And E who is exam is in the month which has even number days. Now E either in the month of April or in the month of June, isn't it? And so how many possibilities? 4 possibilities we have. And so as of now we are not representing this. A appears exam in the month which is having 31 days. A in the month of either May, March or May. A again 4 possibilities. D appears in the evening shift but before H. And 3 persons between F and C. Now in between F and C, how many people are there? There must be exactly 3. And H appears before E. Now H appears before E, then and G appears in the evening shift of the month which has odd number of days but after H. And G evening shift in the odd number of days. Odd number means hence E. How many possibilities are there for this E? There are 2 possibilities, isn't it? Then H, sorry. Now G appears in the evening shift. Evening shift, how many possibilities we have? There are 2 different possibilities. And first possibility, G can be either on May 4 o'clock and or in the month, March 4 p.m. or in the month of May 4 p.m. G. Then in this one between H and E, and G is here, and G appears in exam in the evening shift of the month which has odd number days but after H. Now G is after H, H is here. After H, then between H and E there must be exactly 2, E must be at this place. Are you following this one or not? Now here in this case we cannot able to finalize this one. Then E in the month of April or June. Then and F appears in the exam in the month having 30 days but not in June. F 30 days but not in the month of June, F must be here. F 30 days in the month of June, hence we have only one possibility. Let us concentrate on this one. If F is here between F and C, there must be exactly 3 persons. Then here E must be in the month of April, A in the month of either March or May. Between H and E there are 2 people. Now E is after this H, isn't it? Then according to this one, H appears before E and G appears in the examination in the month which is having odd number. F appears in the month having 30 days. F appears in the month which is having 30 days, and but not in June. But as finally F in the month of April, only 2 persons between A and B. Now between A and B, how many people are there? Only 2 people, and hence A is here, then B will be here. Then who is the person left over? Majapan. And only one more person is left over, that is D is the person left. Then now check out whether the entire information is valid or not. Any information that is invalid? Now they appear only 2 persons between H and E. In between H and E there are only 2 persons. E whose exam is in the month which is having even number days, April. A appears the exam in the month having 31 days, May. D appears in the evening shift, but before H. Now D before H is given, isn't it? D appears before H. Here D is after H. This case is invalid, isn't it? Hence we have left with this case. Then according to this one, then from where we need to start here? F appears in the month having 30 days but not in June. Hence F can be on April 9th or and 4th of April, isn't it? Now if F is here, there are 3 persons between F and C, C will be here. Now in this case 1, 2, 3, C will be here, and 3 persons between F and C. Then H and E, there are 2 people, and A in the month of either March or May. Then what is the other information we have? Only 2 persons between H and E. E whose exam in the month which is having even number days. E must be either in the month of April or June, and H is before this one. And D appears, A appears the exam in the month which is having 31 days. D appears the exam in the evening shift before H, and 3 persons between F and C. H appears before E. H is before E. G appears in the exam in the evening shift, which has odd number days after H, and after H even number days. Whatever this one, G, and G is after H, hence H can be before. F appears the exam in the month which is having 30 days but not in the month of June, and only 2 persons between A and B. As there are only 2 persons between A and B, now A is before this one, A and B will be like, isn't it, 2 persons. Now if 2 persons between A and B, here if A is here, 1, 2, B will be here, because A appears in the month which is having 31 days. Now in this A and B, H and E, there are exactly 2 people. H and E, there are exactly 2 people, hence E is here, then H must be at this place. Now if H is here, D must be here. And E appears in the month of April or June, and E is here. Now 2 persons between H and E is not possible in the second case. Finally, this is the case which is valid. Now this is about question numbers 21 to 24. Then